In this episode, we talk about the return of EPL. I cannot believe it. 5 games. And Liga. And, look at that shirt. We talk about it all. Check it out. Hey there, soccer fans. Welcome to episode 53. Right? Louis, come on. How excited are you about episode 53? You know, nobody can hear you.
Super excited.
When you're
super excited, man. We made it. We've made it
to episode 53, and you can check us out on YouTube as well. You're not just on the earbuds, but our ugly mugs.
These beautiful mugs.
Yep.
No, it's a beautiful mug right here. Check it out. I'm still doing the beard thing over here. You, on the other hand, gave up on us, man. You gave up on the fans. You gave up on me. You actually forced me to keep this thing, man. And you know what? Before we move forward, do you know what a chuntaro is? I think we've talked about this word before. Chuntaro, you remember?
No, I cannot recall.
It's like a peasant, right? In our country, we call chuntaro as a peasant. So my wife, we were driving, and she's like, "Hey, you know, you're starting to look like a chun." And you cut it to like, you know. And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, look, you need to start trimming your hairs. They're like all
You're doing
over,
it. You're doing it, aren't you? On the sides. You're trimming it on the sides, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Hey, man,
No?
I've let it go, dude. Check it out. I mean, you can't see
look at
it
that guy.
with the camera, but the hairs are growing, bro, and it's getting. Look at this.
If it helps in any way, I have complete shaver's remorse. I shaved my beard and I did the mustache thing to be funny. I went through a whole week with that, and I had a couple of Zoom meetings at work with it, which was my favorite part of it, having a mustache. But then I shaved it off. My family really wanted it gone. So I shaved it on Friday, and I'm like, oh, my face.
Aww.
My face.
That was your thing, man. The beard and the mustache and stuff like that. You were owning to that. But so now it's like
one pro though. One pro is it was a lot of grays. It was a lot of grays. So I think I'm like 10 years younger now. I look like an old Brazilian, drinking, soccer watching.
You look like a perverted Brazilian.
When I did the mustache, like, ooh, with the curl.
Ooh, you girls.
Oh man. So you had some free time today, right? Like,
dude,
I was like dying at work, and you're like, how's it going? And you kept like sending me pictures of you like watching the games that were going, and I'm like, why did you get all this free time? You bastard.
Well, in the norm, when a wife gets mad at a husband, Cheers. They tend to ruin people's days. Cheers. They tend to ruin people's days. To me, on my side is different. When she gets upset at me, she becomes super mom, superwoman, and she wants nothing to do with me all day long. She's like, I got the kids, I'm gonna do everything for them, and get out of my way in a way. And I'm like, this is wonderful. This means I can. And now that we're back, dude, I'm like, now I can watch all the soccer games. I can actually take a nap in between, and then I'm still around with my kids. I still play with them, but not as in general where I'm like there like a hawk, 24/7. It's more like I'm like looking from afar. It's like the perfect life, man. And so amazing. So I know people would rather have. Like they say, happy wife, happy life. I think mad wife equals happy life right here, bro.
Mad wife. I'm like, that is the name of this episode. Mad wife, happy life.
Today I got to watch. Manchester United against the Spurs, and I got to watch Barcelona against Valencia. I mean, when was the last time you saw me watching a full game? Never. Not since my kids were born, and now I got the free time. So I'm going to drag it as much as possible, and also I can continue watching all the soccer games coming up. So don't be mad at
Son of
me,
a
man. Don't
bitch.
be mad.
I'm very mad. I am very, 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 and I want
Hey,
to say very mad.
but on the other hand, now I get actually to give you real information, like
Mm,
more
mm.
legit, because I actually watched the game. So now the knowledge comes from here,
Ugh,
not from like highlights. We're talking about a full game that I actually got to
I know.
watch and
And what did I say? I
remember
said
some of
something
the
nice. I
highlights.
said, you know what, Louis, you deserve it. I'm always rubbing it in your face on the weekends, like watching these games and sending you pics and with the beer and everything. And you're out like, pushing babies around, going, I'm at the mall. So I think
What the
you
park? I'm
deserve you deserve
soccer.
it. You deserve it.
Well, you also need to like remember what you sent. One of your texts, like you wanted one of my kids to poop the carpet so I can clean up the mess, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I remember
After the
that. I
very
remember
nice
that.
thing I said about you, I said,
Yeah, you
but there's
still
a
have to
part of me
ruin it.
that still wants you to have some kid like poop all over the rug and you have to
Still
clean
wants
it up.
again. I got Super Mom over there. She's taking charge of everything. So
What if she takes charge
good
of
for
this
her.
podcast? What if next time I turn on the Zoom and it's her and she's like, I got this now. I got this now. Hey, we may get a little. Might get some more listeners. We might get some more listeners.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna go back to slavery here.
We
Come on,
should have her
relax.
on it. We should have her on the show. We can do like you know
Like a Q&A,
yeah, we can do like a
like
Q&A, like the life of like
like a
a soccer fan who has a podcast who is married with very small children,
I thought we were gonna say like marriage counseling or something.
or or we can do some marriage counseling. We can do some marriage
Oh
counseling.
man,
I think that'd be a nice episode.
it's gonna end up in a bad place. It's gonna end up in a bad place.
That's entertainment, baby. That's entertainment.
Huh.
All right, let's talk about the games of the week. Let's start with Manchester City. Your guys, right? Those are your boys right there, and they were looking quite good, looking quite good. But that game had everything, not just Manchester City goals, but also some Brazilian drama.
Misfortune.
I call it drama. It was a lot of fun. Let's. Do you remember what happened? Do you remember?
Well,
Do you remember?
there was one player that should have stayed home because the minute he actually replaced an injured player from Arsenal, and we're talking about David Luiz.
David.
And it's funny because like a few plays later, he had one where he kicked the ball and it bounced to Manchester City, and that's how they scored the first goal, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't remember if it was the second half or still the first half where like he had to. I think he went after the guy was like all by himself already, so he came
Yeah.
and like, tackled him, and he ended up getting the red card. So it was not
It
a
was
good
almost
day
like
for Brazil.
immediately. It was almost like immediately when it happened, right? He came in for an injured.
I'm telling you, like
Yeah, yeah, and
yeah, like he
did you think he did a red? Well, you think that was a red card though? Like
yeah.
you do.
Well, yeah, because the guy was like, I mean, we're talking about
No
when
bias, no bias here. Just because he's
well, I'm not
Brazilian.
being biased because the guy was ahead of him, and of course he had he was going to score. So if you foul somebody like that, to like stop him from scoring, that's a red card automatically for not just him but everybody.
Yeah,
So I mean, again, I like David Luiz. I mean, he's been in good teams like Chelsea and stuff like that, and I enjoyed him. But it's not. And also, I was gonna say he's a little older now, so I'm wondering if the age. My one of my buddies,
Brazilians don't
basketball
age, baby.
buddies.
Brazilians don't
Well,
age.
listen, one of my buddies from basketball, he's like, when father time hits you, there's no escaping, no escaping, man. So who knows? Maybe it's father time for David Luiz because he's
Maybe.
been.
What would you say? MLS, MLS, MLS. Oh man,
He's a defender.
I'd love to see him. Here's the sequence of events, right? So there's an injury. Caballos goes in for Zaka for almost an immediate injury in the 8th minute, and then another one where David Luiz comes in and replaces Mari. Our boy Sterling, is he your boy on Manchester City?
I like Sterling.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, I like Sterling.
I'm like one of
He's
the people
he's one
who were bummed when he left Liverpool. So I really liked
Liverpool.
him in Liverpool, and he
He
came in.
was still coming up then though. Like
Yeah,
he wasn't quite where he is now.
yeah,
And now he's a completely different player.
yeah.
He is a difference maker.
He got pepped.
He
He
can
got
create
pepped.
and he can score.
Yeah, yeah. He's
He
and
got pepped, yeah.
there are some moments. It's like when he scores, and it's always pretty amazing. But he's also sort of hit or miss, where like he'll just do these things where you're like, what? What did you just do? You know what I mean? That's one of the things I love about him. But when he's on, he is on.
Well, he's kind of a flashy player, right? Like he's gonna make most
Yeah,
of his goals are pretty spectacular. They're not gonna be your typical
yeah,
boom. There's
yeah,
gonna be some sort of like, wow, that was great.
yeah,
So
yeah,
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 there's times where he's on and there's times where he's not on.
yeah.
And De Bruyne, that dude, man, he's
Woo.
like those passes that he makes are amazing. So this kid is really, I mean, Manchester City is like one of those teams that are fun to watch because they got youth and they got some skills. I mean, we got the older crowd too. You got like what's his name, Kun, but I mean with these
Aguero.
kids, he doesn't
Yeah,
look. They make him look good. They make him look good. The score was 3-0, and
yeah.
the game ended up being 10-10. David Luiz got the red card, and then
I know.
Manchester
Oh,
got
it started out with Arsenal, like with those two injuries, and then Sterling scores in the 45th minute, and then David Luiz in the 49th minute gets that red card, and in the second half, I just expected the goals to come in. Then there's a penalty, right? So you got De Bruyne.
well the first half.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the first half. The first half was very very tight. I mean, they both had chances, even though
Yeah,
Manchester City was above, level wise, they were a little bit above them, but it was a very even game until the score. And then it happens when you get
yeah,
scored on, and you're playing a better team, you tend to make more mistakes.
yeah. And
It's
actually, and I don't know if you notice. Well, you notice things. Sometimes I think you're oblivious to things, but there wasn't anybody in the crowd, Luis. But there was crowd noise. So some of the things that
wait.
the commentators were saying is it's interesting that if you're say you're the home team advantage is kind of a little different now because you don't have your crowd, your supporting team. So if you're under, right? So if you're like say it's like 2-1 and you're 1 goal or 2 goal deficit, you don't have your crowd pumping you up, and sometimes and everybody knows that works, right? I mean, sometimes like the crowd pumping you up and come on,
Oh yeah,
getting the fans in. So there isn't that anymore.
Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
Liverpool last
So
year,
as a viewer,
Barcelona
we're listening
against
to the
PSG.
we're listening to this fake crowd, right? But they're playing there with no crowd at all. So there's them. Not that there isn't a lack of motivation, you still want to win, but you don't have that pumping. You don't have that like you score a goal
Like
and you're
at
jumping
the
into the
end, right?
crowd and and doing it for the team. You know what I mean? Like all that's out the window. Like, do you think that affects a game or a team?
Before I answer that question, it's a very interesting point that I don't know if you noticed this, but MSNBC has like a website where it says like if you don't want to hear the crowd, just visit or get it on your
Oh,
app, so
yeah.
that way you can actually watch the game however it's being played, right? So
Did you do that?
no, I was watching on TV. I
Me
don't have
too.
the app
Yeah.
TV. So, but talking about the crowd, you know, I think I don't know. I play basketball, right? And even though it's
What?
completely different than soccer and crowds, I played in basketball leagues, and sometimes just the competition is enough, man. Like I feel like you want to beat your competition no matter what, whether there's people cheering for you or not. Maybe they're used to it because they hear it so much. Because again, we don't have that many fans coming to our games, but I don't know how they feel, but I feel like competition is enough for you to be like, we gotta win no matter what. I gotta make the plays. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I think it doesn't matter to them. It might help, but not to a point where like it's gonna real dictate the outcome of the game.
Yeah. But when you're down, right? So, I think the effect of a deficit changes where I think it affects the team more when you're under without a crowd. That's what I think. So like again, they score first, it's 1-0. Of course you're trying to play and try to win, try to score, but without that team, without that that home advantage, or you the crowd kind of pumping them up, I feel like it just affects the game entirely. I think you should sneak into the stadium and just be like, come on, Coon, come on, Aguero, you can do it. I can imagine that.
No, funny story. Actually, when I was watching the game, I think the commentator brought this up, and I think it's a great idea. You don't have to bring all the fans, to come and watch the game, but you should have a few of them. You know what I mean? Because the stadium is so big, you can have one person, sitting in aisle one or whatever, and the other one, apart from him. But you know what I'm saying? Like
6 feet apart, man.
Yeah. They can still have
outdoors, right?
Have some people there. So that way, at least you have that, right? And
man, I wonder how much of those tickets
be the same, but
they're only selling 20 tickets to the game. Like
they're gonna keep, they're gonna put the camera to the pretty girl, which is only one in the whole stadium, like the girl
with their soccer stupid hats,
Oh, yeah, get some more publicity, man.
And then it ends with Foden, the young kid, scoring in the 90th minute.
Off a rebound, right? It was off a rebound. Yeah, they hit the post.
Yeah.
Manchester City, baby.
And then you bastard, Manchester United versus Tottenham, which I'll probably watch tonight. Because it seems like it was a 1-1 tie, so it sounds pretty exciting.
Score,
yeah. You want to go over it? It starts with Bergwijn.
Dude,
scoring the first goal in the.
You're gonna enjoy that goal, by the way.
Yeah.
That guy got the ball.
Describe it.
He got the ball at the half, way of the pitch, and then he ran it from there to the box, and the defense completely you could see these people are trying to guard him, and eventually he just happened to go against De Gea. And guess what happened to De Gea? Guess what happened? Think about that meme that we watched. Yeah, he went and the ball it was a ball he could have stopped. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And
you're back.
It disappeared. And he failed, and that put up the 1-0 score against Manchester United. But you know what? It was interesting because before the game, Mourinho was talking about the whole how do you feel playing against your former team, and he was getting all hyped up about it, and it was a very tight game, and I feel like Manchester United was the better team.
Really?
And yeah, even
they came back strong from Corona, huh?
Yeah, they look good. They had their chances. Rashford had a few tries at the beginning. He actually had the first try of the game, and he kicked it right to the goalie. But the game was just it felt like Manchester United was the better team, and of course in the second half, they ended up getting their goal and tied up, and when it was going back and forth,
it was a penalty. What happened at the penalty? It was Fernandez on the 81st minute. How did that happen? Do you remember? Or a kid?
Do you want to know the real story?
Yeah.
No, I pooped.
Guys, people who are listening, I'm upset because I haven't seen it yet. So what happened? You didn't see it, did you?
Funny story. I didn't see it because I think I ate something bad and I had to go. So this happens to me quite often.
You ever heard of the pause? You ever heard the pause button? You ever heard the pause button there?
I was watching it live, man.
Okay.
I don't think. Anyway, so I came back from the bathroom and it was already 1-1. I was like, "What the hell happened?" That's my story, dude. Anyways, but I was
actually. I love that we're a soccer podcast and then we're like, "Hey, what happened with that penalty?" I don't know. I was taking a shit. Soccer stupid.
You know what though? I gotta say, man, Son is looking good, man. Son is looking good for. But Kane was completely invisible, at least for me. Like I don't feel like he actually did much for maybe he was getting guarded, but dude, it was Son, dude. Son, making it happen. He looked
He's the
good.
man.
Yeah, man, that guy is good.
It's
He's
really
like,
good.
I feel like he's their number one.
Huh? Yeah.
It's getting there. I mean,
Yeah.
again, first game from coronavirus.
Yeah.
Can't put Kane down yet. We got to give him a few more games.
You got one more game,
Son look good.
Harry
That's
Kane.
it, Harry.
One
One
more
more,
game. One more game, and you're out.
MLS.
MLS.
LAFC. LAFC.
I love the photo of him like when he was a kid. He's like this little chubby little kid, and then here he is. Here he is. He's what do they call him? He's like a hat trick Harry. Hat trick Harry. Oh man! Tomorrow for EPL, Arsenal's back at it on the pitch against Brighton. Leicester City. I'd love to see some Jamie Vardy. I wonder how many parties he had between in the last 3 months. I wonder. I just wonder.
Yeah.
West Ham.
He's a little older now. You know that, right?
He's a little older. His 40s, man. He's doing good though. I'm telling you, he's up there at my top players, guys.
I mean, time is not his best friend. I tell you that. Father time, bro. Father time.
Well, what is he? He's the Benjamin Button of EPL, right? West Ham United versus the Giant Killers, Wolverhampton Wanderers. And then who cares about AFC Bournemouth? Do you?
Nah. Actually,
lost all our Bournemouth fans. They're gone. We gone. And then Sunday, very exciting. Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Get to see Chelsea again. But what am I looking forward to is Liverpool's back, baby, against Everton. That should be fun. 11 a.m. PSG.
That should be fun.
Sunday. I like how the games are later. They're not these like 6:30, 4:30, 7 a.m. games. Like Sunday, usually Sunday games are like early. It's 11 a.m. It's 11 a.m. I wonder if the time change.
They cater to the fans, right? No, I think they cater to the fans, right?
That's what I mean. Like I wonder because of the there aren't any people in the stands actually going to the games that they adjusted to like TV viewer time. Right? That's my guess.
Yeah,
that's my guess. Which is wonderful. Yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna wake up at 4:30 a.m. anymore. I used to. Remember, I used to like wake up like. It's be like, where are you, Louis? Where are you? I'm watching Southampton versus Aston Villa, 4:30 a.m.
Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Now I record the crap out of everything. Even if it's like 9 a.m., I'm like, I'm just going to record it and avoid social media. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do that all day, and I did because I was so busy that I didn't even look at. I never saw the score until we started the podcast, and we had to talk about Manchester United. Oh well. Do you want to talk about some of the La Liga Accione which is action in Spanish?
Acción.
What happened? Your boys are back?
Acción for the football. My boys are back, man.
3-0, I believe, and against.
Wait.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well,
please.
Well, actually, they already played 3 games, believe it or not.
What?
So they're 3 games in already, man. Yeah, they play Mallorca, Leganes, and they play Sevilla today. Yeah. And so Mallorca, which is a relegation team, they won 4-0. Leganes, they won 2-0, which was Leganes actually known for their defense. And somehow, the first half, it was tight, no scores, but then they scored before the half.
Yeah.
And then second half, they scored the second one, so they won 2-0. And then today, they play Sevilla, and that ended up being a 0-0 game. So kind of quite disappointing because Barcelona and Real Madrid are like neck in neck with La Liga right now. And so right now, I know Barcelona is up 65. Let me see. They got 65 points, and Real Madrid has 62 points. But Barcelona, I think, is ahead 2 games now. So that means that if Real Madrid were to win 2 games, they will be taking over the La Liga top, the top tier. So it's
go
getting
Real.
better. Well, I know you're a Real guy.
I'm
But
anti Louis guy. Anti Louis guy. That's what it's all about. Oh,
disappointing.
guys,
But
he's
yeah, but
crying.
oh.
Look at him. Oh, he's done. He's done. Those are real tears. Those are
Where's
real
my
tears.
mommy? No, but anyways, no, but so La Liga, hey, dude, I'm serious. La Liga is gonna be nice. It's gonna be fun to watch to the end. It's not like the last couple of years where, even though it's gonna be Real Madrid or Barcelona, but at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
like it's not gonna be Barcelona taking it like the last couple of years. The EPL, we know who's gonna win. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's enough games for anybody to make noise for the EPL. So that's
Yeah.
already given. It's like here's a trophy. But yeah, man,
I hope so.
Barcelona and Real Madrid to the end. So we'll see who's gonna be smiling, who's gonna be crying. Hopefully, this
Crying.
beautiful mustache right here is gonna be
You're gonna be
smiling.
tears right into the mustache. It's gonna wash it right off your face. It's gonna wash those coffee grounds right off your face. It's gonna make some delicious coffee, which I will drink with some milk. That's disgusting. Oh man, that's it. Is that it for La Liga? Is
Yeah,
that
well, Real Madrid had a game,
yeah, of
and they won their first game.
course.
It's kind of sad how
Has
like I
to.
don't even know who they played and the score. I mean, Real Madrid, right?
They played
Atletico.
Sevilla.
You
I,
might be right.
I
Even
think
they
I
might
am
be
right.
getting.
I'm gonna look
Let's
that
see.
shit up right now, bro.
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna
they
look.
play Valencia, dude.
Oh,
They
that
play
was close.
Valencia, and that ended up in a 3-0 score. So
Mm.
good for Real Madrid. I mean, they're keeping up. I mean, they're also trying to win the La Liga. Also, Atletico de Madrid also play this weekend or this week, and
You don't even know. You don't even know the days of the week anymore, do you?
yeah, dude. It's what is it like? Well, they play the 17th, so they play Osasuna, and they won 5-0.
Osasuna.
So again,
That's how you pronounce
the top teams, Osasuna.
it.
It's like Chinese, like rah, rah, rah. Oh, that was
Oh
amazing.
man, now I'm gonna have to edit that out. I'm gonna edit that.
Anyway, so right now we got Barcelona
We
first
got
place.
Chinese fans, man. Jeez.
So we got Barcelona in first place.
Yeah.
Who knows what's gonna happen in a week or two? You have Real Madrid in second, and then you have
Sevilla.
Sevilla at the third, and then you have Atletico in the fourth place in La Liga. So
Mm.
I'll have time to watch. I think it's gonna be better for me, Joao. I think it's gonna be better for me. I think it's gonna be more. You know what? Also, my kids are getting a little older, and they
Wow.
are a little bit more open. To have because sometimes they're
What
playing.
is this
They're not even,
messy
well,
thing?
well, the
Right?
thing is like they're not even watching the game, but now they can play. So now they're playing with their toys. They're doing something, and I'm like, yes. So now I can actually just sit down and be like, I'm watching them. I'm
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
them, but I can also be watching the game.
That's the only way to do it. When my kids were tiny, I would sit on the floor with them. I'd play Legos, whatever. I would just have the kind of game on, in the background, and I'd just totally engaged. And I'm like, ah! And then go back to it. That's the only
It's
way.
like, hey
That's the
man,
only way to
hey,
get it in.
you have to find a way,
Hmm.
right? You
Hmm.
have to be creative, and certain things that you really want, you have to find,
You
you
got to find a way.
know, find a way to entertain your children in order for you to get rewarded. It's like it's
Mm,
my reward, my
mm,
reward.
mm. So some of the games are coming up for La Liga. I would say probably one of the games of the week or weekend is Atletico Madrid versus Real Valladolid. Is that how you pronounce it?
Uh,
Valladolid.
yeah, perfect. I'm trying to see who they're actually playing because you're not making sense over here.
Real
Via
Valladolid.
Valladolid, Valladolid.
Oh, that was
All the
close.
Valladolid fans are gone.
That's what I
Gone.
said. That's what I said. That's what I
They close the
said.
door on you.
And then you got Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad at 1 p.m.
That should be
PST
fun.
on Sunday.
That
Yeah,
should
that
be
should be a good
fun.
one. That should be a good one. That should be a good one.
Let's see where Real Sociedad is at.
Mm. Oh man. And then MLS,
Hey,
it's
what about
oh,
Barcelona? You forgot Barcelona.
I'm sorry. When does Barcelona play?
They play
I,
Tuesday.
I didn't do that on purpose. Yeah.
Tuesday, and they play Athletic
Bilbao.
no club.
Oh, okay.
Athletic Club.
Yeah, I was looking at. Did you know Ian Holmes, who played Bilbo, died today? And I was
saw that.
googling in Bilbo, and I guess I just looked up so much soccer stuff that Bilbao kept. It was trying to like change my
Bilbao,
search
yeah.
to Bilbao, and I'm like, no, I mean Bilbo. I mean Bilbo.
Your phone knows what's up, man. Your phone knows what's up. He
Come
knows. He
on.
knows where your heart is. It's like soccer. How to get to soccer? Bilbao.
Sasser. Get to Sasser. Sasser. I want to talk about MLS because they're coming back, but they're coming back in this I think they're calling it like back from COVID tournament. Did you hear about this? 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 Did you hear about this?
Nobody know who did? You.
I did. So all 26 MLS clubs participating and all matches in Orlando, where COVID, where there's no COVID. There's no COVID in Orlando, in Florida. No, they're doing so good.
It's funny because it seems like all the sports, NBA is going to Orlando. Now you got the MLS going to Orlando. It's like you're gonna have like a big party of COVID over there because it seems like everybody's going there for sports.
Do some research, dude. And Florida was one of the states. All of the hot states: Texas, California, Florida. Spike. Anyway, the group stage is followed by knockout rounds. Group stage counts towards regular season. Winner earns the 2021 CONCACAF Champions League spot. Pre-tournament draw to assign groups, and regular season continues after the tournament. So they're doing this like tournament first. It's like to build, I guess, get the points in there, to catch up maybe in a sense. Should be interesting. I like high stakes. I like tournaments. I like high stakes. What about you?
Wait, instead of the regular season, they're gonna have the tournament. Is that what you're saying, or is it gonna be a tournament?
And at the end, this is the season, and then the regular season is going to start after that. Interesting, huh?
And then, what I understand is that
confused.
I'm a little confused because I'm thinking, you were talking about CONCACAF, right? You were talking about the CONCACAF games, and that's like Mexico also gets involved, and I know other, right? It's like the UEFA of America, and Mexico. Are they even playing soccer?
I don't know.
I'm confused. I don't know.
If you listen,
anyways,
if you watch Mex League, email us at soccerstupidpodcast@gmail.com and let us know.
Daniel.
He gets a shout out every episode. Oh, by the way, he's been crushing.
He doesn't even know that.
Crushing me on FIFA in the last couple of days. And I just forgot to say the schedule. July 8th, group stages begin. July 25th through the 28th, round of 16. July 30th through August 1st, quarterfinals. August 5th through the 6th, semifinals. August 11th, final. So it's gonna be interesting. Can you imagine? LAFC wins it all.
Yeah.
I'd be very happy. I'd be happy. I'm a happy guy.
We need. Yeah, I mean they're good. They're good enough.
They should have won. They should have won. I mean, they were like the most winningest, best team in MLS last season. Again,
when they were an expansion team, they were
it was their second year. They're only 2 years old, and and then you kind of put question into the whole playoff structure, right? Where you get the most winningest team, the most points, and then they can lose in this final. You know what I mean? In like the quarterfinals and semifinals.
Well, that's like my biggest fear when it comes to LAFC is like, even though they're a good team, they're a young team, and you get exposed when you're playing the older teams or the mixed teams that have older and younger.
Yeah.
And the problem is that your younger players are also getting older, so it's almost like a small window, of opportunity to win something, and hopefully they'll be able to put it together and win this tournament. But
I hope so.
Yeah, man.
LAFC, LAFC, LA.
Hey, so wait, talking about this.
The games,
I was gonna ask you that. So, you can't go to Orlando.
I'm not.
Orlando, yeah. I was like, hey, sir, you have to, you're an original member. You gotta fly to Orlando every so often.
Yeah. No, thank you. Don't you miss? You don't miss going to the games? I totally miss going to the games. Like I once in a while I'll get like a Facebook memory thing, and it's like holding the beer out to the thing, and I'm like, man,
That's you, man.
like I get to the point where I went to so many games, like sometimes when it would come up and it'd be like, do I want to go tonight? But now it's like, oh, yeah, now it's like, I wish I could go every day. You know what I mean? One day I'll be back. One day. How's your FIFA gaming going?
Oh,
Are you
my
playing?
FIFA. I love talking about FIFA 20 here. Well, I took
Are
a
you
break.
are you being
I
sarcastic?
followed.
I took a break too. How long did you take a
Yeah,
break?
because well, my break. Well, I played my brother Sunday, and he gave me a beating, uh, and it was like I was like kind of over it after that, and then my fingers have been hurting because we haven't stopped. So I'm
Goddamn
like
old man.
yeah, my thumb is being like I feel like blisters and stuff like that. So I came home that night, and I don't know if I played, but um, funny story. I got relegated back to Division 8.
Aww.
Oh, but every time I go back to Division 8, I actually do really well there, and I get
Yeah.
jumped back onto
I,
Division
I
Seven.
wonder about that. I wonder if I
Yeah.
got relegated, if I would be like dominating eight. You know what I mean?
Well, somehow like I'm always able to get out of 8 and back to 7, but this time around it was different. So I started off with a win, I think, but then I lost, and then I tied and I tied and I tied like three times. So I
It
was
gets to you after a while, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
it projects, right? It projects. So it says, oh, you're gonna not it didn't. I wasn't gonna relegate,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going to advance. He just told me like, oh, you'll probably be like back here. And so again, I lost these games against these kids, and one of them I was doing really well. It was like I was 1-up, 1-0, and then somehow I self-destructed and I ended up losing 4-1. So then he said like, oh, you're most likely are going to stay, but if you win the next game, you will advance to 7. So then I was like, no pressure, no pressure, right? I just gotta win this game. So I was playing this person.
Seven
I don't know who
zero.
it was, dude. No, funny story. So at the beginning, I was like, dude, I have to play smart. Like, if I want to advance to 7, I really have to win this game. So we started off playing, and of course, he scored the first goal. And I was like, oh, dude, 1-0.
I
Okay,
hate that. I
just
hate that.
suck it up, and just do your thing, like play your game. So I was able to score the tie. So I tied the game before the half. So it's a 1-1 game, 1-1 scored. Second half comes along, and then I'm like, okay, all you need is a goal. Okay, score one goal and you're gonna be okay. Like it's gonna give you that extra
Yeah.
confidence and cushion, right? Somehow this person like messed up, and then I come in and I score that one goal, right? It was like 2-1. I was like, yes, calm down, calm down. We got this. We got this.
It's funny.
So then,
I can imagine you just sitting there, like actually talking to yourself. You got this. I can do this.
yeah, well,
Man,
so then it was,
we gotta get a video. We gotta get a video on you when you're playing these games. We gotta.
dude, seriously,
I gotta see it.
right? So then it was
I
two
play
one.
like this.
Well, I mean, you should talk to
Some games
Anthony.
though.
Anthony
Some
told
games
you.
I sit forward and I'm really engaged. Like
Yeah,
when I
like,
play Anthony, I'm just trying to go at him. Yeah.
well, when I was playing Anthony, I told him because he was winning 3-0, and it was like even in the first half, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna
Bastard.
finish right now. I'm not gonna continue on playing because I'm gonna break your controller. So let's stop it here. You won the game. I'm done.
Whoa, look at
Anyways, going back to my story.
that.
Going back to my story.
That was like a
Wait,
nice.
hold on, wait,
That was a nice rage quit.
let's tell you
You're
my
like,
story.
the game's
Oh yeah,
done.
yeah. Well,
Turn it off, or I'll kill
game's
you.
up. You was that aggressive? Anyway, so my score was 2-1, and then again that guy, I don't know what happened to him. He did what I did in the first game, right, where I ended up losing 5-1 at the end, the previous game.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to him. It was already 4-1 me, and guess what happened, Joao? Guess what he did, Joao? Guess what that person
He
did?
scored 3 times immediately. Bam, bam, bam.
He quit, bro. He
Hey,
quit.
wow. So you got the win.
Just like right
Yeah.
now. So I haven't played. I haven't played since I got promoted to the seventh
Yeah, that's
division.
good. That's good. You have a new fresh season coming. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I like the rage quits. I like when you do so well, the guy they're just like, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. You know, I like those moments. I feel good about that. And then you get the win. You're like, yeah, baby, yeah.
Well, because it happens to us too. I mean, it
Mhm.
happens to me where I'm getting beat, and I'm like, why am I still
Why am I
playing?
even playing? Yeah.
Why? Like,
But I'm
you know
telling you,
what?
I've come back. I've come back from like three
What?
goal deficits. I
What
have.
you mean?
I
Like
really
you were
have.
like 4-1, like you were
Yeah,
down
and,
4-1.
come back.
Well, usually with
I've
me,
tied it like that, where it's like even in the first half, where maybe not as high as 4, but like I know like at least like 3-0 first halves, and I'm like, don't rage quit, João. You can do this. Come on, pull yourself together.
but
And come back.
Joao, but when you play somebody that he's better than you and he's just toying with you, those are the ones like I give up on because I mean I'm
Oh
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy is just
They run up they
beyond
run
me.
up their
Like this dude is
goalie.
yeah. He even like this. I remember this one guy when he plays PSG. He takes Mbappe, and I'm talking about the beginning of the game. He gives the ball to him, and he's able to run from there almost to the box. And I'm like, and I have all these like players chasing after him, like
Uh,
like
I
playing
hate
with
that too.
children. Like I'm like,
You can't stop them. You can't stop them. I hate that too. They did the flips and they're like where they flip the ball up and
oh
they
yeah, and
kind
they
of
do
swirl
this.
around you. Yeah. Ugh, I hate that. No, I hate that too. The worst is when they're actually beating you. They don't do that the whole game until they're beating you like 4-0, and then they just start playing around because there's no way you're coming back. Your brother does that stuff. Remember, I used to quit on him when you like run up his goalie. I'm like, I'm done. See ya. Game over. See ya. See ya.
You're
Dude,
like,
I've been playing good Daniel LAFC, and he has been. I have not been able to beat him. Like it's been so long that I beat him that he forgot that I beat him the first game. He texted me hashtag undefeated. I'm like, well, I at least won the first game. Hashtag never forget.
wait. Hold on your break. Hold on your break.
Yeah,
What
one
are you
game.
talking about?
One game.
Talking about Daniel, he actually he's very good, man. He played
Yeah,
LAFC against Barcelona and he beat me I think it was 2-1.
yeah.
And then I was
Ugh.
like, that was very impressive. I mean, we're talking about LAFC. I mean, they got the stars. I mean, they got like what 3 stars somewhere. So
Yeah, somewhere there.
they're not like completely
He,
a bad team.
he,
But I mean,
he beat you.
Barcelona
He beat
and
you in
LAFC,
LAFC.
and he beat me, dude. He beat me, and I was like, oh man. And then what was it like a few nights ago? I was like, yo, you want to go at it again? And he's happy with his win because he didn't reply back, man. He did not reply back, Daniel.
It's we actually had
I like Daniel. He's cool.
the other day. It was like he was beating me, and then second half I won't tell him the changes I made. So I have this new tactic where I start with a certain tactic, and if it doesn't do well, I switch some things around. And when I did switch the things around immediately, I was like bam bam, I caught up, and I think it was like 3-3 maybe. It was like 3-1, and he was like or 3-0 him, and then I got to 3-0, and then he won like 4-3 at the end or something like with some final goal. But the last game though, he crushed me with Messi, and I'm like, I hate this game. I hate this game.
Wait. So he was playing Barcelona. He went back to
He
his
always
old
plays
roots.
Barcelona now, and I still got my Piemonte. I still do that. Yeah, I scored I try to do like what your brother does, kind of from far, with
The
Ronaldo. It did
finesse
it.
shot.
Yeah, out of nowhere,
This
just
is
out of nowhere, just went whop, bah! And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna try that again.
Hey fans, this is a guy that kept kept talking about people that don't play their teams. This man right here, he went from Liverpool to PSG to Piedmont. So if he ever complains about anybody not playing their team, we should give him a
Hey,
slap in the
what I
face.
won't do though is you won't see me play Barcelona. I'll play Sunderland before I
You have
play as
before.
Barcelona.
Hey
All right. I think that does. What do you think? It does it for episode 43, or do you have like a rant you want to go on for like 20, 30 more minutes? Come on.
no, is that all you have to say about FIFA 20 for you? Where are you at right now? I mean, you
Yeah,
said you.
I haven't played. Like this week has been so tough.
Where are you right now?
I stopped playing seasons. I've taken a break from seasons. I try to play. and I was trying to get. I'm curious. I want you, and I want Var, and I want our buddy Rob from 90 Plus an Extra Time podcast to play one of those. What do you call it? One of
Oh
those
yeah,
cups.
the
Yeah,
cup,
there's an EA. I
the
just want
cup,
you
right?
just try it because you play a completely different kind of gamer, and it's really interesting. Because those guys,
Because that one is like
oh,
all skills, right? It's all skills.
I've never been. I've never. I got so close. I got so close on one time, and I think they just like scored in the last minute. And I was like, oh man, that really sucks. I'll never. But usually when I go in there, it's just like, bam, bam, goal, goal, and like, wow, I'm done. That's the only time I rage quit in like a month. Well, it wasn't even rage. It was just like, I'm not going to waste my time on this. It wasn't even anger. It was just like whatever.
Mercy, the mercy rule. Can I get a mercy rule?
That was a 4. That was a 4-0. I think like in the first half. And I'm like, yeah, I got this.
Good win, buddy. Good win. Go home and celebrate.
But I'm curious for your homework for the next episode. I just want you to. I don't know. They usually open up like every 8 days or something. Like when you go to a tournament, they'll say like 8 days, 5 days,
9 days. Yeah, I've seen that.
They have an EA one and a FA one. I think there's like a women's one. But I'm curious. I want you to try it. And I want to hear your.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, won't hurt. Doesn't hurt your seasons or any of that stuff. Like
it's gonna hurt my feelings, but other than that, who cares?
Well, it doesn't hurt if you go in with no confidence. You're gonna lose.
Well, funny story. Talking about this whole FIFA 20 thing. There was a day when I was playing in the afternoon, and my kids were asleep. But in the middle of the game, they both woke up, and my wife, they were in the living room, and they were kind of making fun of me. She calls me Grandpa, like, "Hey, Grandpa, why are you so upset, Grandpa?" But she has never seen me to the level where I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? I'm angry. And then I have my son, Andre, like climbing my back when I'm playing. Like he's climbing back, and I'm trying to go like this, right? So I'm playing, and then I'm losing, and then he's climbing on my back, and I'm like, and I'm like, I go, Andre, stay here, mijo. Just wait. And then I'm back to playing, and then they scored, and my rage just went like from like 1 to 100. And you know what I did? I grabbed the controller, and I threw it, and my wife is like, "What's wrong with you?
Are you kidding me?"
And I'm like, "Don't talk to me right now."
Those things are like $60.
I hit the wall, and everybody's looking at me like,
down.
"What's wrong with Daddy? What's wrong with Daddy?"
He's really bad at FIFA. That's what's wrong with him.
Should have said that. Oh man.
My son tells me all the time. He looks at the score. He's like, "You suck." When I'm winning, I'm like, "No, I'm winning. Look, I'm winning."
That's you and I, dude. That's you and I.
But one day
the computer.
One day we'll be better. One day, I feel it. I think it's coming.
I may have to pay somebody to teach me how to play.
I want to try. I had a thought about maybe trying the free kick stuff, and I'm like, nah. I still haven't got myself around it. It doesn't interest me. I mean, I want to be good at it. I do. Like, I'd love to in the game. Every time I play Barcelona and they have Messi and it's a free kick, that dude, whoever it is, doesn't matter who I play, they always get a free kick, and I'm like, I need to learn how to do that.
Not even going that far. I wish I can actually kick penalties. I cannot kick penalties for the love of my life. Every time I'm about to shoot the penalty kick, I try to press everything down, so the shot won't go like up in the sky.
It's the circle. You gotta make sure the circle's in the net.
No, yeah, the circle's in the net,
and then you choose your spot in the net, and then you hold the button. Just like you're gonna shoot normal in play. You don't want to do it too hard or too soft, So and then you got to kind of just do it right, and then
I just go boop, and then it goes woo. Well, I had a chance to.
It only gives you a certain amount of time. I think that's what it does. Like if you get the circle, you get the goal, you get the circle in there. You have to eventually it'll stop, right? And then and then it'll give you a little bit of time to kind of bring it back in, but you have to find a spot. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you my trick. I can tell you where I always go for.
I may go over there and try it right now because guess what? I got free time.
Mad wife is mad wife is a happy life, right?
Mad wife equals happy life for me, man.
Let's,
for me at least. So I'm not gonna recommend that to anybody else. He just works here, okay? Because I don't want to get emails or hate texts saying that it doesn't work.
Wait, you're over here. You're over here. I always point here, and I realize when I watch the videos later, you're actually over here.
You're over here.
You
son over here right
bitch.
How
about playing a game with me, Louis? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm on a downward spiral, so you probably will win this game.
I gotta go practice my PKs right now because it's embarrassing.
I'm gonna stream it live when we play. I'm gonna stream it live just to annoy you. So I think when it's live on the live stage, you play differently. No beer bed though. No beer bed. I don't. My confidence is so low right now.
I cannot afford it right now, man. I'm unemployed.
Just unemployed. You got a bunch of toilet paper behind you. Just sell that. Go on the streets. Be like $5.
Actually, I just went to Costco. Right, I went to Costco and I did buy like the whole packet or whatever you call that of toilet paper. So we're gonna be okay, Joao. We're going to be okay.
Just like EPL, toilet paper's back, baby. Toilet paper's back. All right, episode 53 in the bag. All right, brother. You keep not shaving. Next time I see you, I want to see that. Yeah, I want to live vicariously through you now.
I got the baton now, so now I'm gonna run with the baton until the finish line.
I want you to look like Serpico next time I see you. All right. All right, brother. FIFA.
All right, man.
It's FIFA time.
Peace out.
Peace.